Salute everybody. I want to welcome everybody to this demonstration. The latest update in the Sonya Massey case and other cases. So we will be catching everybody up on what's going on in the Sonya Massey case as well as other cases. I'm going to wait for my co-host Tommy to join me on the panel. Salute Nola. Salute Nola. Appreciate you for pulling up. Salute TT. Salute Sages. Salute Positive Vibes. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. Salute Shano. We also I think you got your live set up for 7:45, Shano, if I'm not mistaken. I just seen that link. But Shano has a demonstration going this evening as well. So I don't know, Shano, if you want to push yours back, or either you could run you on while we running this one, and then everybody just, go back and forth. But that's going to be up to you, Shano, if you want to go ahead and push the time back, or if you want to leave it like it is. But just make sure everybody subscribes to Just Me TT as well. She's a part of the Switching Lane sector. Shano is a part of the Switching Lane sector. Myself, the Still Swinger podcast, Miss Parker. Make sure y'all subscribe to these content creators channels. We have some different things that we've been working on for the sector. So we will be bringing those things. I don't want to spoil a surprise, but TT has some great content that she's going to be. Well, I'm going to spoil a surprise. TT is going to be doing content on the actual book. She's going to be doing, her content is going to be on Kim Porter's book. I believe it's going to be TT joint with Not On My Watch. Make sure y'all subscribe to Not On My Watch as well. But TT, Just Me TT, she's going to be going over Kim Porter's book. And I'm sure everyone is going to want to hear TT and Not On My Watch break it down. Shano, like I said, Shano, I'm not sure if he's going to do him tonight at 6:45, but we'll wait. So we're going to get on with tonight's demonstration, the latest update in the Sonya Massey case. Now I'm going to run, I won't be able to run the complete video, and it's just for copyright purposes. But okay, Shano's 6:45. Okay, so y'all can piggyback. Well, what time is it? So that's going to be another 10 minutes. Y'all can piggyback. Salute Perp. Salute Perp. Perp is another content creator from the Switching Lane sector.
Salute Perp.
Pee-wee is in and out, Sages. Pee-wee is in and out, Sages. He said, me and Tommy talked to him earlier today, and he said he was going to try to pull up to this demonstration. But let me go ahead and run. It's just going to be the audio, y'all. It'll be the audio.
This is the video recorded on July 17th as former Sangamon County Sheriff's Deputy Sean Grayson is booked in the Menard County Jail. The Sheriff's Office released the video to Five on Your Side. It shows Grayson, who shot and killed Sonya Massey inside her Springfield, Illinois home last month, engaged in a conversation with sheriff's deputies. On July 6th, Massey calls 911 about a possible intruder inside her home. Grayson and another deputy responded. During their interaction, Grayson yelled at Massey as she held a boiling pot of water. He said he feared for his life and shot her 3 times.
Now we just going to build off of that. And we all have heard it, you know, and I know a lot of us, it makes us sick to our stomach. But, you know, how do you feel threatened by a woman with boiling water on a stove? It's you and another police officer. You by yourself is twice the size bigger than this woman. You have a weapon. You have your service weapon. How is it that he felt threatened? Tommy, weigh in on that right there. How did he feel threatened?
I don't believe that man felt threatened at all. I mean, I'm a man, so I know that man didn't feel threatened. All right. His whole demeanor was just that, look, he don't got time for this. I mean, his whole interaction with Miss Massey to me was rude and uncalled for. Like, I'm talking about just the marching in her house and the bullying her, and then the talking to her like, you know, he don't got time for this. And he don't have no patience for this. He was the one that told her to go turn the water off. If he felt threatened and didn't want her nowhere to walk near the water, why didn't he go turn it off? He had backup. His partner was there. Bro, he didn't want her talking to him like that. All right. When she rebuked him in the name of Jesus, it was one of those you don't rebuke me. You don't disrespect me like that. Who are you to talk to me like that? I mean, listen, the guy is, I mean, if you see his history, and we're gonna go over that too, you know the guy's off. He listen, he resigned from the police department before he got there because, bro, he was a liar. They was going to fire him if he didn't resign. He resigned from that place. How did he get another job? Okay, like, there's no way they checked his resume and still hired him. All right, no, he was a serious problem. And they sent him to help this poor woman, man, who was calling for help. I mean, I know what his problem was. You know what I'm saying? His problem was he was a rabid narcissist. You know what I'm saying? And you get a rabid narcissist in a situation where he don't want to help her. He don't got time for her. She getting on his nerves. But he in her house asking her for her ID. What she didn't have to give him. She called him there. Now he treating her like she done something. You know, she didn't do anything to that man. We all saw the video. She didn't do anything to him. All right. Her mere presence disgusted him. The fact that he was taking up his time with anything that could have been going on with her was, he felt like, was a waste of his time. And he daggone sure wasn't about to take no lip from her. You know, back in the slavery days, he would have been what was known as an overseer. See, in the overseer, you couldn't talk back to an overseer. See, a lot of them good old boys, they raised by people who train them to think this way. Listen, you can't do nothing about a man who think that way, but you don't put him in a position of authority, which is what they do all too many times with guys who think like him. And they send him to deal with your sons, your daughters, your mamas, your grandmamas, your fathers, your uncles. A man with a natural hatred for you, they'll send him to your community with authority. See, that authority give him permission to tell that story he told about what happened and think he would just get away with it. Bro, what do you think made him think he could do something like that and just tell a story and get away with it, even though they got body camera? Bro, they was just, they told her family it was an intruder. They wouldn't even tell her family that her family had to dig deep. They first told her it was self-inflicted. Then they told her it was an intruder. Before they really got to the bottom of what happened when the video came out. Bro, that's the world we live in. And the problem is, listen, you can't change the way somebody thinks. It's nothing you can do to change the way somebody thinks. But you can see how they think before they make an action. Okay? They knew how this man thought before he made that action. They knew exactly how police officer Grayson thought in his mindset before they gave him that badge, told him he had authority and he can come into our community. They knew his mindset. Because you're not going to tell me at all that to hire him to your police force that you didn't do a background check on him. And if you did a background check on him, this information was plainly seen that this man should not be an authority over anyone. He proved that he can't be trusted. He is a proven liar. He was going to get fired from his last job, so he resigned for telling a blatant lie in his report, trying to justify his actions. So it's clear that he would lie to try to justify his actions. And you still put a man like that in an authority position and send him in our community to help our women and children. I mean, I think we could have done without him. I think we can do without the likes of him and anybody who thinks the way he thinks. But unfortunately, we don't control the hiring process at the police department.
Let me finish, y'all.
Killing her. Prosecutors charged Grayson with multiple murder charges in Massey's death. In the jail video, Grayson talks about his case.
That's what the state's attorney agreed, or that's what the state's attorney made the charges. So they said this is for my own safety to put me in custody. So here I am.
Grayson has pleaded not guilty. In the video, he says he expects a short time behind bars.
Yeah. Well, this whole new safety act. That's why hopefully I'll be out tomorrow.
He was referring to his initial court appearance on July 18th. Grayson's lawyers argue the Menard County Jail is unable to treat Grayson's medical needs, which include having colon cancer. In court Friday, a judge ruled he will remain behind bars. Hours after the video release, Sangamon County Sheriff Jack Campbell announced he's stepping down amid growing public outcry. Meantime, civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who's representing Sonya Massey's family, said in part, although the pain of losing her is still fresh, Sonya's family is going to work with the outgoing sheriff for the remainder of his tenure to help heal the community.
Salute not on my watch. Salute not on my watch. Tommy, I want to start with the his allegedly medical condition of colon cancer. What do you think of that? And he said it, I shouldn't be in here that long. Actually, he thought he was going to be released the next day in his first court appearance. What? Go ahead, Tommy.
Think of the mindset of that, Shank. Just to know that you went in there and did that to that lady and fully expect to get out because you ain't feeling too good. I mean, listen, if you think this is the first time I seen that, it's not. All right, everybody that get in jail all of a sudden can't be in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see Diddy lawyers now. Diddy, he under threat for his life. He fear for his safety. And my brother, these are things you got to think about before you do some of the things you do. Because once you get there, guess what, bro? You there. They ain't gonna care what's wrong with you. And he looked just fine to me when a few days before that, when he was in Miss Massey house, didn't he? He didn't look like his colon cancer was bothering him at all, did he? I mean, he swung straight into action. I mean, he looked like he should have had a clean bill of health. All of a sudden, a couple days later, he got colon cancer when it's time for him to go to jail. I know. Yeah, I'm sure he got a whole lot of stuff wrong with him, that can't be properly treated. Trust me, if it can't be properly treated, then you just gonna die in there. But I'm telling you right now, you ain't getting out, you idiot,
Let me jump to the chat for a second, Tommy. Let me read some comments. TT says he didn't care about being sick before he committed a cold-blooded M. Why should he get a pass? He's delusional. If you do the crime, you do the time. And that's basically what Tommy was saying. It's like, come on, dude. I mean, come on.
No, but imagine the mindset of a man who just done that and fully expect to get out. Listen, did you hear him in there? He fully expected that he was going to get out. And I saw the clip. You seen, tell me when you ever been in processing and they ain't cuff you, and you was the deputy turn his back to you, and you're just walking back and forth behind them, talking to him like y'all family. Like, you're not even a criminal here. You would have thought he must have just been there for a DUI, or something like that. You would have never thought he just did what he did, watching the interaction with him and that deputy. That deputy treated him nothing like a criminal, nothing like a suspect. That deputy treated him like he was one of them. See, you see how you could do things in their community to us and still keep your friends? You see how they ain't gonna turn their back on him just because he did that? You see where he got that mindset from? You see where he got that mindset from? Because there's certain things that they will accept. There's certain things that they will accept, and those things give him that mindset. The mindset that he could walk in there and do that and just give any kind of story. Step outside on that lady front and explain to the other officers like a savage. Refer to this woman he just did that to as a B. I mean, he told you everything he thought about her. His his partner at the car throwing up, but talk, and they saying his partner felt it didn't stop him from backing up that lie. He wasn't throwing up and sick to the point where he wasn't going to back up that lie, though, was he? He wasn't that sick. I don't feel for him either. All right, you sent him in there with him, and this dude can't control his mad dog. I mean, I think something should happen to him because he backed up that lie that they fully expected to get away with. And they fully expected to get away with it because look how they get treated after they done it. Yo, they was talking to him like he might be a victim. He said the prosecutor told him that they was only putting him in jail for his own safety. Did you hear him say that? That's what the prosecutor told him. You see how they still handling him with kid gloves? They would never handle you like that after you just done something like that. You know why you going there? They ain't got to explain to you why you going there. You know what you just did. The fact that the prosecutor took the time to tell him they just going to put him in here. They got to put him in here. They need to put him in here for his own safety. They would have never explained nothing stupid like that to you. They feel for him. In actuality, they think he's a victim too. You understand what I'm saying? He going in there for his own safety. He ain't no victim. He the perpetrator. That man is a mad dog. But guess where he at now? He ain't gonna go in none of them houses and try to bully nobody. You can bet that. They can rebuke him in the name of whatever they want. He wouldn't dare catch an attitude. Trust me. Trust me. Any attitude he got, he gonna catch it, keep it to himself. Listen, trust me. He get ready to get everything he looking for. All right, he gonna get everything he was expecting because he gonna have to spend the rest of his life alone because he can't go around those dudes in population. They saw that video. You understand? Like, that guy was a tyrant, man. He was an evil person. And she felt his energy. That's why she rebuked him in the name of Jesus. You understand? He said, I'm moving away from that hot water, like accusing her of being somebody crazy who might throw that hot water on him. So she said she rebuked him in the name of Jesus. She felt this energy. Yo, this man immediately drew his weapon and pointed it at this lady's head. Threatened to do what he was going to do and then done it.
Let me run the clip, Tommy. Let me run this clip, y'all.
Go ahead.
White Sheriff's Deputy. It's a case raising questions about the use of deadly police force. Body cam footage shows the disturbing moment Deputy Sean Grayson shot and killed Sonya Massey. Massey had called 911 after she reported a prowler at her Springfield, Illinois home. Officer Grayson and his partner responded to the call. When deputies told Massey to remove a pot of boiling water from the stove, things quickly escalated. Away from the hot steaming water? Yeah. Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Grayson shot Massey, who was unarmed, in the head. He has since been fired from the Sangamon County Sheriff's Department.
Like, let me just stop it right there. Like Tommy was saying, she felt the energy. That's why immediately, once he said that, immediately she said, what, Tommy? I rebuke the devil in the name of Jesus. Come on, Tommy.
Yeah, bro, because listen, I felt this vibes way before she did. You know how cold he was to her, how matter of fact he was with her. Like no kind of emotional support for a woman who in distress and clearly, you know what I'm saying, in need of some care. You know what I mean? He had no concern for her, none at all. He asking her for her ID because he wanted to run her for warrants.
Yeah.
He wanted to see if just by any chance maybe he could arrest her for something. You know what I'm saying? Because that guy's just a despicable human being. All right, he's a despicable waste of air. All right, like
That's how they do it, though. That's how they do it.
I stay on top of this story, bro, because I see people move on to Diddy. I see people move on to Shannon Sharp. I see people move on to things that, for real, look, they grown people. You got grown people problems. And look, they got to deal with their situations. This right here is a true victim. Who I know she is a true victim. Who I know shouldn't be gone. She should still be with us. I know they let that animal off the leash in our community, knowing who he was, fully aware of who he was. Why do you think the chief stepped down? The chief stepped down because he created an atmosphere where guys like that can come and thrive. Where guys like that can be unchecked. That's why he got to step down. When that video came out of him in the booking with that officer, that's when he stepped down. That officer, because he knew that officer did not treat him like a criminal. That officer treated him like family. That officer treated him like he didn't do nothing. Bro, the officer was turned around at the computer and at the thing. And this man was just walking back and forth behind him. No cuffs on. Talking to him about how he gonna get out. And about his medical problems. So he can't stay in jail, and how the prosecutor told him they only putting him in here for his own safety. He gotta be in here just for his own safety. The fact that they would even reason with him of why he gotta go to jail because he don't understand why he gotta go to jail. He done something as vicious as that and didn't understand why he had to go to jail. Why? Because Mrs. Massey is black. You shouldn't have to go to jail for doing nothing to a black person. I told y'all what happened. Damn the cameras. I told you what happened. Why should I have to go to jail? She black. Y'all know what y'all taught us about them? Now you telling me in the ninth inning that it ain't like that no more? That it's a brand new day?
That's facts. I dropped the link. If anyone want to join me and Tommy on a panel, I dropped the link. TT, just me, TT says, you telling the truth though, Tommy. This whole case should not exist. Sonya should still be here. They all need to be held accountable for employing this monster. Shano says, right. Shano says, did y'all see when they interviewed her son? Did you see when they interviewed the son, Tommy? If so,
no.
Okay.
I did not, bro. I gotta go check that out. Did you get a chance to check it out, Shank?
No, let me see. Shano, you welcome to join us on the panel and speak on the son's interview. 80s Baby says facts. Tommy, he did what he was trained to do. Perp says that's right. So Shano and anybody else, if y'all want to join me and Tommy on the panel, I dropped the link. Tommy, slide back in while I find the interview of her son.
Yeah. Yeah, family. And like I'm saying, that man, listen, it's not like that they didn't know who this man was. They knew exactly who this man was. This man had a track record and a history of doing things he shouldn't be doing. And I said that when I dropped the video. I said, watch we find out that he should have never been a police officer. Because we all know he just didn't wake up one morning and go crazy. He been like that. He been doing this. He just been getting away with it. And you know what happened, family? What always happened? His behavior snowballed. His behavior snowballed. Once he realized he was unstoppable. He could act however he wanted to act as long as he brought it to us. As long as he kept that with us, he could get away with it. Family, what I'm telling you is this. He fully expected to go in there and give them that story and get away with this. His partner backed him up with the story. His partner felt so bad. Yeah, he was at his car throwing up, but he didn't tell what really happened. So how bad was he feeling? You understand? You get a bunch of people that sympathize with him. And honestly, he found his justification for his actions. Okay? Because in his mind, she wasn't a person. She was an N-word. An N-word B. And an N-word B is not a person. You sending me to jail for doing that to an N-word B? You can't really be sending me to jail for that. That's his attitude, family. Where did he get that attitude from, fam? We know where he got that attitude from. From the people who let that attitude thrive. From the people who let that attitude go on unchecked. From the people that let that attitude onto the police force at will all the time. We keep seeing this. So we know this not a one-off. And every one of them that do this, when we go back, we see that he shouldn't have been a police officer. So what's the common thing? It ain't their training. It's their processing. They don't go through the process, or the bar is low for their process. The bar is extremely low to put people's lives in his hand. Because you gave him authority. A weapon of destruction, and a badge that say he can destroy if he feel he got a reason. And in our neighborhood, the reason ain't gotta be that strenuous. A pot of water will do. Because they was going to take that pot of water, even though that pot of water couldn't have done him any kind of great bodily harm. He got straight out of the range of that water. All right, so to the point that even if she would have threw it, she ain't got the kind of strength where it would have done him any kind of damage, let alone been a threat to his life.
Let me run the Son's interview. 80s baby drops some 100s. Perk says, speak on it, Tommy. Let me run the interview of her son.
Who was Sonya Massey for people who don't know her?
She was very smart, and she's always helping everybody but herself. She really was a homebody and a good mom.
Malachi, what was your mom like?
She was just a ball of love, honestly, to me. She cooked me the best food. I love her food. She was just a ball of energy, She could talk to anybody, you know. She's just the most loving person ever.
Does it feel like she's gone?
No. This is feeling surreal to me right now. She had lupus and stuff like that. So I would never think she would pass from like anything like this. I would think it was from that, but she would always tell me that if she did pass, just be strong. That's all I could do for her.
It's not real.
Let me just say this, y'all. I suffer from lupus. It's an autoimmune disease. And I went to see the rheumatoid arthritis doctor, Wednesday. It's your body fighting against your body. So I can imagine the pain that she was in, and to have to struggle with this disease, and then you have a monster come into your home and take your life from you. I'm gonna let you slide back in, Tommy. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
This can't be real. I don't know how this could be real. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for your loss, too. And how did you find out that a deputy had shot your mother?
I found out from my cousin telling me.
What do you want to see done now?
I want him to get for full term, the highest amount of years he can get until death.
Do you think Sonya would still be alive if she had not been black?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he would have definitely been more cautious. He wouldn't have did that, I don't think.
No.
Slide in, Tommy.
He absolutely would not have done that if she was not black. Because he absolutely would have knew they would have never just took his story if she was not black. If she was not black, they would have got straight to the bottom of that. They would have never tried to hide the fact that he done that. The fact that they could think they could disrespect us by telling that family that she done that to herself. And then she had to go to the hospital and the doctors had to tell them, we don't know what happened to her, but we know she didn't do this to herself. That's impossible. That's how the family knew. But they wouldn't show her Miss Massey. They wouldn't show the family Miss Massey. And then they told the family that an intruder did it. You see how they was all in the scheme of covering it up. Why? Why was they all in the scheme of trying to cover it up? You get all of these and you come up with the chief resigning. You come up with the chief resigning. And this Ben Crump guy, bro, I'm not too big on him. Okay, because why is he always talking about the family going to try to work with the police chief to keep the peace? And man, look, man, stop saying stuff like that. Stop telling them in so many words, we forgive them. He get on here and do this, bro, every time. Every single time. Did you notice that pattern with him? And he make them walk away feeling like, hey, see, they forgive us. They ain't upset with us. You know, they just ride along till the next time it happened. Now he got another job. Like, bro, like people like that, bro, I'm very suspicious of people like him. Very suspicious because, Joe, my job all my life been to be able to call somebody who they are. All right? My life depended on it. Me being able to understand who I'm dealing with and who in front of me right away.
In these cases, Tommy, not to cut you off, in these cases, what would you want to see happen? What would you want to see Ben Crump change the narrative to?
I would like to see Ben Crump, before you say something like that, just don't even address that part of the situation. Just address what happened to the victim and what your goal is to accomplish. And leave it at that, like most attorneys do. Don't get into all of this. They forgive them. You start talking like we forgave them. And then they run with this. And then it keep happening. And you keep showing up talking to them like we forgive them. We don't forgive them. We not going to forgive them. We're going to forgive them about as much as they will forgive us if one of ours walked into one of their house and done that. They would make you turn against them. And they would never be on this side. Okay, because I seen the reverse in this situation before, where it was a black officer who done that to a white person. You ever notice how they always go straight to jail? You ever notice how they don't never had to wait for a grand jury to indict them? You ever notice how you can get straight to the bottom of what happened in that kind of situation? But you ever notice how when it's this kind of situation, it's always a problem with even just getting to what happened? Bro, I think he should spend the rest of his life where he is now. I think whatever the worst punishment is available to him, I think he should get it. I think he should go to hell in a rocket ship. Bro, and to see that family tore up like that, you know, it kind of made me emotional. You know what I'm saying? Because you see what she meant to people. But to him, she was just a worthless piece of nothing.
If you don't have no kind of compassion, if you don't have no kind of love for your fellow mankind, it says a lot about you. Like you just said, Tom, just to see her family. I mean, you got emotional when we see these things like that. Like when you look at his body language, when you look at the eyes. Now, you just took an innocent woman's life. You just took an innocent woman's life. You see no remorse. You see nothing there but a cold-hearted monster. Let me take a comment and then I'm going to let you come back in, Tommy.
Go ahead.
TT says, we ain't got a crime bill because that won't excuse their crimes against us. They want that. 80s baby. TT says, we all got families. It could be any one of us. We better start looking at these things as if it would be us. I say it all the time. Come on back, Tom. Come on in.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And bro, I just put myself in her son's shoes. Imagine being her son, bro. And you seen on TV that this man came in there and done that to your mama. How do you ever be the same again? How do you ever just not want to do something? You understand where I'm coming from? Like, bro, I'm a boy and I know who my mama was to me. And to watch somebody just walk into my house, walk into my mama's house, treat her like that, and then do her like that, and then you want me to explain how I feel about it? Like, bro, I know who my mama was to me, man. That was my baby. You know what I mean? Yo, if I ain't had nobody in the world, I knew I had my mama. Always. Always. And you really thought you was just gonna go and do that to her? You feel me, bro? It's like, you know, I'm just putting myself in his shoes and him having to explain what he saw happen to his mama. Bro, yo, can we talk about something else?
Yeah. Me and Tommy both lost our mothers, so this is a touchy subject.
Yo, I mean, I just know what I would love to do to him. You know what I'm saying? And I just can't. It just put me in a bad mood. I I I I watch how they treated him, bro, when he went into that booking. And I know they ain't never treated no criminal like that. I've never ever witnessed a criminal treated like that. I don't care what he was there for. He going in them cuffs. He going on that bench. He not turning his back on him. None of that happened to that man. They had all kind of compassion for that man, like he was some kind of victim. You see how they create the circumstances for his behavior to be okay? He get to still keep his friends. They got compassion for him. They're going to lie to him so it'll be easier on him and just tell him he going to be here for his own safety. Till it's all blow over. Like, this ain't nothing this wasn't really nothing. And I know the Diddy case come up. I know the Shannon Sharp. I know the Young Thug. I know the Young Dolph and Yo Gotti. And I know all of these things come up. But let me explain something to you. They grown people who most of them was in some business they shouldn't have been in the first place. That's not Miss Massey's situation. And I will not let this ride. I will not. Yo, I can't believe that dude just thought he should get out because he don't feel good. He ain't, of course you ain't feeling good. You woke up in the cell this morning.
I'm mad.
And they ain't designed for comfort, homeboy. They designed for criminals. Talking about you got colon cancer. That it wasn't bothering you at all a couple days ago, bro. That had nothing to do with your mouth or your trigger finger. So don't start complaining about it today when you woke up in that cell and you need to get the hell out of there. What are they doing? Are they crazy? Why would they put me in jail for that? That was his attitude. Because to him, Ms. Massey wasn't a human being. He didn't have no humanity. None. He is very inhumane. He is a despicable animal.
Let's switch lanes, Tommy, but I'm going to read TT's condolences to me and you. TT says, many condolences to you, Tommy and Shank, on the loss of your mothers, but thank y'all for bringing the truth and awareness on this tragic case. Appreciate that, TT.
Thanks, TT.
What do you think about Bootsy and T.I.'s sons? Or did you hear that story about T.I. and Bootsy pulled up to their son's video shoot and they had them pistols out? What do you think of that?
I saw like the beginning of it. Let me tell you why I turned from it. This is why I turned from it. Their fathers was on the scene. Let their fathers correct them and adjust this behavior. Because, bro, I just want to know, why do your sons think that's okay in the first place? I mean, I think that behavior should have been checked before it went into the world. You understand? Like, bro, I make my sons understand the consequences of his behavior. And understand, as a youngster, we've been youngsters, Shank, and we've been packing. You know, packing give you a whole different attitude when you packing. You're more likely to do something stupid when you packing, when you young, okay? And it'll be a situation that if you wasn't packing, you would not have responded to it that way.
Facts.
And when you got youngsters packing, they think they special and they think that, you know, that they get their chest swell up. You understand? And they don't realize that the weapon makers didn't stop making weapons when you got yours. You understand? Like it's a whole bunch of guys running around just like you with a weapon just like yours, with an attitude a lot more serious than yours. See, where y'all grew up at, you didn't have to really be like that. Okay? Because man, listen, y'all been rich and famous. And some guys out here really moving that way, really living that way. Y'all just think that's cute because the girls like it. And the girls think something cool about it. And that's why I be trying to talk to you ladies. Ladies, you got to stop supporting them guys who doing foolish things. They doing foolish things and they look exciting. But baby girl, he ain't going to have no future. Why you looking for a man who clearly don't have a future?
Facts.
If he toting guns and into that kind of stuff, he don't have a future. So then when he become the father of your child, and the father of your child sitting in the penitentiary, when he let you know from minute one he was on his way. Look, baby girl, I just want y'all to make some better decisions, because if y'all make some better decisions, trust me, these men will. Because if y'all not impressed by it, they'll stop doing it.
Facts. Preach. Preach. Preach.
They'll stop doing it. Yo, they attention seeking. You understand? They attention seeking. So when I see their fathers checking them, I turn it. Soon as their fathers roll, I get out of their business because I'm a man. Go handle your business. Get your sons. Why is your sons even out here like that? Why do they think that's okay? But go ahead and check that. You see, because there's some kids that's really about that life. And they'll run into them kids. And them kids will be ready to remember that they had guns in their video. And I want to show them that they not like that. You feel me? That way now somebody got your son doing something he really ain't want to have to do. Or somebody done something to your son. When if he wasn't into that, he would be making different decisions.
Facts.
See, bro, the time to think about your behavior, man. That's why, because I've been there. I've been there, so that's why I can tell you. You know, listen, the day I think about my behavior and the consequences of my actions before I go do something. Because today, I know I don't want to be sitting in nobody's cell. I know my son depend on me. I'm the only parent he got left. You understand? I gotta be here. I gotta wake up in the morning with him. All right? I'm not gonna fail him. You understand? He is my responsibility. Yeah, I got other sons, definitely, and they my responsibility, but I'm his sole, the only parent he got left. You understand? And he is in my 24-hour care. So I make sure my decisions is geared towards his future. All of my decisions always geared towards his future. And he think I just stay on him, and I just stay on him. I stay on him because I gotta get him ready for this world. This world unforgiving.
Preach.
This world not gonna take no excuses from him. His feelings make him dangerous. See, his mama can have them feelings. Nobody gonna pay her no mind. So she can move around in her feelings. You can't move around in your feelings because they gonna pay you some mind, boy. They gonna address your problems because your problems make you dangerous. Your problems will have you thinking you can spin around in a car with automatic weapons, and when you see somebody you don't like, you just open up on them. No. See, that's why I'm saying we gotta get a hold of our children early. You feel where I'm coming from?
Yes, sir.
Listen, Listen, bro, okay, understand this, right? We all gonna die. Not nobody here gonna live forever. I'm telling you, when you go, all you gonna have is what you done while you was here. If the people that love you the most couldn't count on you as a man, bro, you ain't do your job. You hear what I'm saying? If the people who love you the most couldn't count on you as a man, bro, you ain't do your job. If you ain't take care of the things that you was responsible to take care of, bro, I don't care what your excuse is, you didn't do your job. I want you to understand that we gotta do our job. We gotta raise these boys. We gotta raise these girls. All right. We gotta raise these boys to be smart and strong. We gotta raise these girls to be decent and soft.
It's facts.
So they can get along. If the boy's weak and the girl's strong, they not gonna get along. That is not their natural biology. We got a generation of weak, emotional boys and strong, independent girls. The generation that grew up with no fathers. The generation that women told they ain't need men. Yo, our generation got a lot to make up for. Our generation got a lot to make up for. That's why I stay rolling and talking to these kids, bro. I stay giving them the game. I know that this might not be my son, but he's somebody's son. And I want him to win. I want him to win. I want your son to win like I want my son to win. Because one day our sons going to need to depend on each other. And they going to need to be able to count on each other. Ain't nothing like them being able to count on each other knowing both of them winners. Because both of them was raised to be winners. Neither one of them was raised to be losers. They don't believe in that. You understand? You get that with the men around. You can't get that with the men gone. You remove the men, you remove the discipline. You remove the discipline, you remove the structure. You remove the structure, it's going to fall down.
Yes, sir. Nothing but facts.
No, that's all. I mean, that's all my point is on that. Shank, their pop showed up. When their pop showed up, I let their fathers be their fathers and got out of their business.
And that's how it should be. Let their fathers handle them. No more, no less. The fathers got it, all right, and let the fathers handle it. Tommy, this was an excellent demonstration. I mean, from beginning to end. Salute Juanita. I see you down there, Juanita. Salute. Salute, Hack Man. Any last words before we get out of here, Tommy?
Hey, as always, I like to thank y'all for pulling up and swinging with us. Look, the Still Swinging podcast. Listen, y'all already know. Whenever we got a live, y'all pull up. Listen, we just gonna give y'all the facts. We love y'all. Thanks for coming out, and I appreciate y'all for joining us.
Salute, Tommy.
Salute, everybody.
The next content creator from the Still Swinging podcast is Shano. Make sure everybody pull up over there at Shano in, I believe, 15 minutes. We want to go and we want to show Shano some support. His demonstration is going to start. See, I keep getting thrown off by the times. Some of us on Eastern time, some of us on Central time, some of us on, I don't know what time, but y'all know. So just please make sure y'all check the community wall. Make sure y'all check my community wall. Make sure y'all check the Still Swinging Podcast community wall. Make sure y'all check Just Me TT, Not On My Watch community wall, and Perk. Chopping it up with Shano. Yeah, Shano, I'll be confused. I'll be like, God damn, I thought it was this. I thought it was that. So, and make sure y'all check. Make sure, first of all, make sure everybody is subscribed to all of the all of the Switching Lane sector content creators. Just make sure we all are subscribed. My Rock Squad family, make sure y'all subscribe. Y'all know how we roll. We show that support. But make sure we are subscribed. Because if y'all go by Shank Rock, y'all gonna be lost in the sauce like Shank Rock. And then y'all gonna try to blame it on Shank Rock. Well, Shano, I would have came, but Shank Rock said it was. No, make sure y'all subscribe to Shano, Perk, Tommy represents Still Swinging Podcast, Miss Parker, Just Be TT, and we got some more content creators. Not On My Watch. We got some more content creators that's going to be joining the sector as well. And if you are a content creator and if you would like to be a part of the Switching Lane sector, just let us know. Let any of us know, and we'll add you on. Salute everybody, and I'll see y'all over there at Shano. Chop it up with Shano. Salute everybody. I'll leave the chat running for 2 minutes. Who page is this? See what I'm saying? I don't know. Oh, this Tommy's page. Well, it's me, Tommy, and Pee Wee's page, Shano. But Tommy is the main one that's been holding it down. So you'll know, like when you see Tommy come through your chat, Still Swinging Podcast, it's going to be Tommy. That's who's going to be coming through. Yeah. Salute everybody. I'll leave the chat running for 2 minutes, and then I'll see y'all over there with Shano. Salute y'all.
The piranhas ate the meat.
Women out there, money. I earn money.
Mike, we got a problem.
The motherfucker, they know these kids going back to school, man. They got trash all out on the way.
MDT, just the same motherfucker.
Money lotion up my palms like a spur. Yeah, I hit that two-step time to them out. I told you I ain't wasn't good and sweet, but it tastes like honey.
I knew you coming to sense.
I be looking for them stacks. Little mama,
I know one day you'll be able to do all
Dr. Stella ass got her screaming out, man. They already know it's mob, ain't no need to explain. Got it tatted on my nigga, can't go against the grain. Fuck what they talking, it's $1 million thing.
Got $1 million thing, I don't give a fuck. Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger fuck.
She stay up in the bed, now watch her toot it up.
Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger fuck. I'm trying to $1 million thing, I don't give a fuck. Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger fuck.
She stay up in the bed, now watch her toot it up.
Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger fuck.
See my fuck game is straight, yeah, I lay down long. It's a scratch and banging on my chest like I'm King Kong. A very freaky girl, that the type to take the mama. Had a crushing pill, smoking weed like a come. Not the cutest nigga, but my pimp game strong. Oh, nigga, nobody